Now, when you're in China too, we've just taken on another new brand, which is up with you, up at Kirawee, is GAC.
Yep.
It's new to our family. They've got some startling new product that has come and is coming.
For sure.
Can you run us through a little bit of that, of what's happening there?
So obviously being over in China, I did see a lot of the GACs driving in and around the streets, so they are quite popular. They have their EV brand called Aeon, which is AION. That's a company formed in collaboration with Toyota. So a lot of their technologies and a lot of their vehicles are similar to Toyota, and you'll see that if you look at the cars on what the appearance is or what the tech is, it's very similar to that.
What do you think they're going to bring to Australia that is different?
Well, that was probably the biggest trend I saw in China. A lot of these brands have got people movers, and they're always either 2 seats in the back or 3 seats in the back. I saw one at the GAC conference where literally it was basically a 4-seater vehicle with the driver and the passenger, and then they had a big movie screen there, and then it was just 2 seats in the back, and then storage space at the back, and it was movie screen, fridge in the back there. You can sit back there while the driver drives. You can just sit back and hang out and watch the.
And then also you've got that if you were a tradie or you were having to do deliveries, you could have all that space in the back too, can you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And now, who do you think is going to buy these GACs? Who's the market?
I'd say, well, they've got obviously a stretch. You've got your little M Zoom, which is probably your first car buyer, sub 30K.
Right. That's good money.
Yes, yeah, definitely something like that. Or your first EV buyers, or it could be your mum and dad that wants to get the people mover to move the kids around and get that plug-in hybrid going for them.
I think the tech buyers too will be buying it. I think that will be something else that people will be looking at, is the tech that's available in there and the incredible value.
Value for money is probably what I would say. You'd hit the nail on there with that.
You're going, GAC, GLE, like the value for money and the style. It looks very Italian in a lot of ways.
Yeah, well, GAC, as I said, they're in collaboration with Toyota, so you can sort of see that Toyota element to it. And then you look at Geely, obviously with their collaborations
with
through
Volvo,
you can see that Swedish design through there, so it's much more simplistic, much more European. So you can see the divide between the two. But to the untrained eye, probably a car's a car. So
we chose GAC to go into Kirawee for quite a few reasons. Can you just elaborate on why we thought the Kirawee site was the best Tynan site to put that brand?
Yeah, obviously it will work in conjunction with Hyundai, I suppose, to a lot of extent. There's a lot of vehicles in Hyundai that do work well with the GAC brand too, with the Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, all that sort of stuff with their Aeon brands too. And obviously
Suzuki.
And then obviously Suzuki next door with your Swift. So yeah, it's one of those brands that's really going to complement what we already have.
To Australians that are saying these new brands coming out of China, etc., we are going to have 58 new brands by the end of next year. What do you say to those people that have always driven a certain brand and then we've got all these new brands? What do you say to them? How do you sort of explain what they are, how they are?
Yeah, obviously quality is obviously in the proof's in the pudding. You could probably put it that. Give it a go. Yeah.
Drive it.
Just drive it.
Drive it is probably the best thing.
As I said, I was probably once not a believer. I'm lucky enough to go over there and see what they actually have. They've got a huge population. It doesn't take a wizard to work out what works and what doesn't over there. So, yeah.
Exactly. So we've had the launch of the Geely brand down here. We had a fabulous night. Please look online. We've got some great videos there where it's not far off to having a launch. We're still waiting on some of our signage up at Kirawee. So make sure that you look online to know what that is. We welcome you to come onto our website. We welcome you to come onto our chat. Look at our socials. Reach out to Nicholas or myself or any of our family. And we'd love to welcome you to the Tynan Motor Group.